Hi there, Road Trip Pete here, and it is my monthly bourbon haul, and this is for the month of June, and time is really flying by. We're almost halfway through the year. Actually, we are halfway through the year, and once again, during my bourbon hunt at the beginning of the month, it's like, what am I going to find? Because it started out pretty flippin' slow, and then towards the end it got a little bit crazy. So and also I'm going to share something what not to do, especially in the summer months as far as bourbon is concerned. So let's get to it. First bottle, actually I got this in, I believe it was in May. I didn't show it on my last video. I was trying to scramble to get it out there. It was already mid-month, so yeah, scrambling, plus my voice was out, bad allergies. But anyways, long story short, this is the Kirkland small batch. Found this in Costco. It is Barton 1792 Master Distiller, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, coming in at 92 proof. Real nice bottle. Haven't tried it yet. Just got too many bottles to get to. Reasonably priced. I think it was like $25 or something. And they had cases of it. I picked up a couple of them thinking it's going to be really good. So that's the Kirkland small batch. Should have showed you guys last month, but I apologize about that. Just too much going on. Lots of clearance, end of bin sales. So I did pick up a few items along those lines. And let's see, what can I show you guys? One of the liquor stores, actually, they were like totally redoing the place, and rather than move stuff or whatever at breakage, they were discounting a lot of bourbons, as well as other wines and whatever else they have there. This happens to be a Hirsch. It's 100 proof, and just got it priced right. So that's the Hirsch. Still looking for the King of Kentucky, but in its place I found the Cream of Kentucky cask strength. So this is 58.7% alcohol. It's cask strength. Has like a little ribbon, one like some San Francisco World Spirits competition, 98 points. I don't know what that means. I guess it's really good. So this is the Cream of Kentucky, not the King of Kentucky. That is still elusive, but I will find it. I promise. Another end of the bin sale, Wilderness Trail. I've had their bottled in bond. It's really good. And this is just the Kentucky Straight Whiskey, 113 proof. So decided to pick that up. And these were all at the beginning of the month. I never had a Clyde Mays, single barrel, 5-year, 105 proof. I'm guessing this is what, MGP, distilled in Indiana and bottled in Bloomington, Indiana. So, nice little, this is actually a store pick too. So hand selected by Benny's. So again, this was, I believe, kind of like on clearance. So I'll grab one of those. So what's going around now is the major distillers are coming out with bourbons that have a longer age statement. This happens to be a Yellowstone. This is a 6-year small batch, 107 proof. You've got the Old Fitz 7 out there, which I still haven't found. So that's a spoiler. Haven't found it yet. But there's always July. And you also have, what is it? I'm trying to think here. You got the Old Fitz. I think there's an Old Granddad 7 that's going to be out there. And so this is Yellowstone 6 here, kind of introducing themselves into that sphere, for lack of a better word. High Wire Distilling Company. This is Benton Smoked Jimmy Red Bourbon Whiskey. Looks like 90 proof. So this is High Wire Distilling out of Charleston. I'm going to try to go out there, make a visit, check out their facility. So pretty neat. I met he was in charge of their distribution back in, I think it was February when I met him. So this is Benton's Smoked Jimmy Red. Another clearance bottle. So these red lines are pretty pricey. This happened to be a straight rye, aged 5 years. It says rare release, so I must be quite fortunate to get this. Normally about $70, $80 bottle, $34.99 if no one believes me. So pretty cool. And again, that was a liquor store that was changing, or actually redoing their entire facility. So rather than pack stuff up, and they just had clearance sales. And along the same lines, this is Great Lakes Distillery, Still and Oak Bottled in Bond, another rye. These guys are out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm gonna pop this open later in the week. And I'm starting to get into these ryes. They're actually pretty decent. Still a bourbon guy, but you know, having a rye every once in a while isn't a bad thing either. Speaking of ryes, okay, I got a Smoke Wagon. This is a store pick from Liquor Barn. Shout out to Mike and Vince, because they picked this one out. This is actually a rye that a bourbon lover would really appreciate. It's got a 51% rye, 45% corn, 4% malted barley. So this thing really drinks like a bourbon. I mean, if you put them side by side, you'd really have trouble figuring it out. So I already had one bottle. This is my backup. So really good stuff. So Smoke Wagon, if you can find this 51% rye, 45% corn, grab it, and you'll thank me later. So, other than bourbon, I came across, this was on clearance, believe it or not, at Walmart. It's their store pick, go figure. But this Walmart happens to come out with some, they have store picks, and they come out with some allocated stuff too. It's crazy. So this is hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Stranahan's Single Barrel Rocky Mountain Single Malt Whiskey, and it's a store pick, 118 proof. Comes with a little measuring thing for 1-2 ounces for, you know, doing your pours. Never had this. Anyone know anything about it? But it was priced right, so store pick, I guess, should be pretty good. So that's the Stranahan's Single Barrel out of Colorado. And earlier in the month, came across a Scotch. So this is a Springbank 10-year. And from what I'm told, these Springbanks are really hard to get. So I've, a couple of months back, I passed on a 10, 12, and 15. And I should have gotten them. Unfortunately, I did not. This time I came across at the same place. They just happen to have a 10-year Springbank. A lot of people say that this is really good stuff, and it's also kind of like the Pappy of Scotch. So if anyone knows, here, share with the class. So that's a Springbank, and got a Burr Rye, a blend of straight whiskeys, spotted in the wild near High West Distillery, Park City, Utah. I'm guessing it's MGP juice. It's Burr Rye. This is a backup bottle. I just happened to get it. Haven't tried it, so I'll eventually pop it open. And a lot of people actually like this, so I took it upon their recommendation. This is my first bottle of Jephthah Creed. This is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, RWB Heirloom Mash Bill, featuring our estate-grown Bloody Butcher corn. So when I hear Bloody Butcher and bourbon, it piques my interest. So this is aged at least 4 years. And again, from one of the liquor stores that was actually redoing their entire store. So I got this at a real good price, so decided to pick it up. So this is using their heirloom Bloody Butcher corn. So kind of interested in what this is going to taste like. So we'll give this one a whirl. Let's put that there. I'm going to run out of space. Have a 1792 sweet wheat. Whenever I come across these, I'll pick one up. More of a relationship purchase at one of the stores I go to. He just had it and asked me if I wanted it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a sweet wheat. All I need is the bottled and bond, and I think I should complete, the inexpensive collection. Let's see, once again, this is a Jefferson's Ocean store pick. This is actually really good. This shout out again to Liquor Barn. They did a real nice job, picking out a real good store pick. This is actually a backup bottle. The original is Bye Bye. So when I was at Bardstown, Kentucky, I actually had some of this and finished it off while I was in the hotel room. But don't tell anybody. Got a new Riff Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is an 8-year, aged at least 8 years, 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. So New Riff, they have a lot of good stuff at New Riff. Really enjoy their bourbons and ryes. Whenever I come across an OCD number 5, this is a backup bottle. I didn't want to finish off my one that I have open, so I was able to find this. No distribution here in Illinois. Go up to Wisconsin, and I find it every so often. And OCD number 5, waiting for the OCD number 5 Premium. I've had that before. It's absolutely amazing. It's just like you drink it and you're like, wow. OCD number 5. This is absolutely terrific stuff as well. So shout out to Glens Creek. And I have a Penelope Rio backup bottle. Was able to find this. I think I found this at Binny's. So they were floating around. Actually, there were a bunch of them at different stores, but just grabbed the backup. Not sure if I'm gonna like it or not. Apparently it's really, really sweet, finished in honey and Amburana barrels, but maybe a dessert whiskey, or if you have a party or whatever and the ladies would like to have a bourbon, I'm sure they'll probably like this because of the sweetness in it. So let me clear out the deck here, and I'm gonna grab a few more bottles, and we'll see on the other side. So hang in there, and we're also gonna get to what not to do, and also some crazy bottles that I did find. So hang tight, guys. All right, and we are back. Kind of cleared the deck here, left a few bottles out. So got a couple of other bottles that I found that I purchased. They're kind of squirreled away. Real quick, I got this at Trader Joe's. Sometimes I'll go to Trader Joe's, sometimes I'll have something interesting. Never seen this. It's called Kentucky Best Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I believe this is done by Lux Row. It is in Bardstown. So you got the Lux Row insignia here. I don't know if this is just for Trader Joe's or not. So if anyone knows any different. So aged at least 4 years in new charred American oak barrels. So Kentucky best. So, and Lux Row solid. I was down there, so really great facility. We have a Doc Swinson's. So this is a straight bourbon whiskey, 5 year, 115 proof. Looks like this is MGP and bottled by Distillers Wait in Ferndale, Washington. So once again, kind of a sale item. Didn't pay full price for this. So Doc Swinson's, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Pretty interesting. I was always kind of interested in, trying one of these. So let me pop that over here. So if you have trouble in your area getting Buffalo Trace products like a Weller, Seelbach apparently came out with a wheated Kentucky bourbon, 107 proof. I have tried this. It is absolutely terrific. So Seelbach, they should pay me for a plug on this because I'm actually hyping them up. Seelbach's wheated Kentucky bourbon whiskey, very, very good. Like you see, I've already tried it and really enjoy it. So if you have trouble finding Weller or any of the other Buffalo Trace products, you may want to try this if you like your sweet bourbons. Outstanding. So Seelbach, you owe me some money. So this was highly anticipated. It's the Penelope American Whiskey Cigar Sessions. I've already had some of this. It's not a bourbon, so it drinks like a malt whiskey. Definitely a malt whiskey. So it's a blend of straight bourbon, 100% American single malt, and American light whiskey. So $90 a bottle. I don't think I'd pay $90 again for this. $50, yes, but I mean, it's okay, but not for $90. So that's the Penelope, and I love the Penelope stuff. It's absolutely great bourbon, but for this, highly anticipated. So we'll see. This is chapter 1. Hopefully chapter 2 is much better than this one. So I would pass on this. So once this one's done, it's done. I have an E.J. Curley, but what's in here is not E.J. Curley. E.J. Curley straight bourbon whiskey, very, very good. And I did a bottle kill on it. Put the bottle with some other recyclables in the bin. I wrap them up in like a grocery bag or whatever, and went into my car, my other car, and this is not what to do during the summer with bourbon is stored in your car, because unfortunately a rare character, wax and all, cork popped off. So when I saw this, I was in sheer panic because rare character is absolutely very, very good. So I'm like, oh boy, what the hell do I do? I couldn't even find the cork. I have no idea where it went. It's in maybe the box or whatever, but I was in sheer panic. So I did one of these things with the pinky test. It's like, okay, it's still good. So it must have just happened recently. During the day or whatever, because we've had some very, very hot temperatures here. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna pull out the E.J. Curley out of the bin, recycle bin, took a little funnel, poured it in here, and then sipping the rare character, thank you to the E.J. Curley bottle, we were able to save it. Still good. And this rare character, it's obviously a store pick, Woodman's. I can always get another one, they got plenty of them there. And it was reasonably priced compared to other rare characters. So very, very good. And don't store your bourbon or alcohol in the car. And I know better. I mean, it was just, got home late in the day and didn't take it out. So, and I had a couple of other bottles in there. Those were okay, but the rare character suffered. But E.J. Curley to the rescue. So that's my E.J. Curley rare character story. So now it comes to some of the crazier bottles I got. Here, this shouldn't be crazy. I mean, Booker's. So this is the second release for Booker's. Let me get this out of the way. Hopefully this flap isn't. Didn't even think of that. So this is the second release. It's called By the Pond Batch. So I think the last one was Berries Blend, if I remember correctly. So this is the second one. I keep on telling myself I'm gonna stop buying these, but I buy them anyways. So it's got a bunch of Booker's, different batches. I don't think I bought last year's final one, the 4th edition. So this is Booker's. Put that back here. And to keep with the Jim Beam theme, got a little book. This is the 2025 little book. And chapter 9, None for Granted. So it's the little book. Also, actually, not inexpensive, for lack of a better word. So, not crazy, not crazy. Not crazy, but that's what we do when we bourbon hunt. So I've got a single barrel E.H. Taylor. Never had a single barrel, so I need to try to find a full proof. So got the single barrel, and I heard these are really good. I like the normal or small batch normal, the small batch E.H. Taylors, and I'm starting to find these E.H. Taylor small batches quite readily available. Give you an example, I was filling up my truck with diesel, and it was at Casey's gas station. If you're in the Midwest, you know, you should be familiar with them. And this was actually very close to the house, and it's like a mega Casey's. This place is enormous. So I went inside and got a fountain drink, got a Coke Zero, and I noticed that they had like a alcohol section, and so I walked just for giggles and you know what. I looked at the bourbon and they had a small batch E.H. Taylor as well as just like regular Buffalo Trace. I'm like, how can this be? This is a gas station, and it was priced at $69. I don't know what MSRP is. I think it's like $59 or whatever. But still, the gas station, they have E.H. Taylor. I thought that was hysterical. 2 weeks later, I went back. The Taylors were gone. They still had the space for it. So who knows? Maybe I can get lucky and find something other than a small batch there. So let's see here. So this is from Storytime Distillery, 129 proof, aged 15 years, distilled in Frankfort, Kentucky. So for those that know, this is a buff turkey, especially at 129 proof. And look how dark that is. It's absolutely amazing. Beautiful presentation, kind of like a Willet purple top. So Storytime Distillery. This is actually bottled by Old Louisville, Whiskey Company in Louisville, for Storytime. So this one I had to order, no distribution or anything like that. But I did order it online. I thought I'd share it with you. So these buff turkeys, I've had a buff turkey, less proof than this one, but the buff turkeys are so good. I mean, they are terrific. So kind of a neat little find. Like I said, things got crazy towards the end of the month, and so found this guy, the E.H. Taylor, and a Rock Hill Farms. I never come across these Rock Hill Farms, so it comes in this beautiful decanter with a little horsey on it, 100 proof. So this is a Rock Hill Farms. I mean, secondary, these things are going for a couple $100, if not more. A couple hundred, 3, 4 maybe, I don't know. So Rock Hill Farms. So I thought that was kind of a neat find. And I was hoping when I was at Heaven Hill, I would be able to find one of these guys, Parker's Heritage. This is a 14-year. Again, very collectible bottle. So this is Kentucky straight malt whiskey finished in reconstructed heavy toast cognac barrels, aged 14 years. So this is a real neat find. So that's the Parker's Heritage. And one more bottle. And this one was stupid money. So this is the Rabbit Hole Mizunara Founders Collection. So it's finished in the Japanese oak. Bottle number 583 of 2134. This is a 2024 limited edition, 103 proof. Let's see if I can open this. Here we go. So that's the 15-year cask strength Rabbit Hole. Hear a lot of good things about these Rabbit Holes. Pretty pricey bourbon, but again, highly collectible. If I win the lotto or something, maybe I'll pop it open. But other than that, just kind of a presentation piece, and who knows? Maybe I will open it up. I have no idea. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So that's the Founders Collection Rabbit Hole in kind of a neat little case. So I'm filming this in July, beginning portion of July, on July 4th weekend. Currently, the month of July started off gangbusters. I found some killer bottles. If I didn't buy anything in the month of July, from now, from this point forward, it's had a killer month. I mean, some of the stuff that I found. So that's going to be the cliffhanger for next month's video. So give me a like, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment, tell me what you guys find. Let's try to grow this community. Bourbon brings happiness to the world. And if you're a bourbon hunter, once again, like, subscribe, drink responsibly, and we'll see you on one of the next Road Trip Pete videos. Road Trip Pete, over and out.